Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Balboa Mania, and in this video we are going over some very exciting new details in regards to the Elder Scrolls 6. Yes, Todd Howard himself has commented a big statement on what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be. And looking to Starfield, we can understand what type of game mechanics will be included in Elder Scrolls 6. We also have a development update on the Elder Scrolls 6. So if you love hearing about Elder Scrolls, Star Wars, Fallout, any of these amazing open world AAA big budget titles, then go ahead and stay tuned on Balboa Mania. Subscribe now and let's get straight into it. It's been confirmed by Todd Howard himself that the Elder Scrolls 6 is the next game coming from Bethesda Game Studio right after Starfield. The game has been in pre-production since 2018 when it was announced alongside Starfield, and now that Starfield is officially released, there is a team working on post-launch content for Starfield. However, the majority of the team has now moved over to the Elder Scrolls 6 as Bethesda Game Studios' main project. The game is no longer in pre-production and is officially in early development. A couple years back in Bethesda Game Studios behind the scenes video, we actually had our first look at the Elder Scrolls 6 with some pieces of land and terrain being 3D modeled alongside Skyrim Grandma being added into the game via 3D scanning technology. So over the last 5 years or so, the Elder Scrolls 6 has been worked on by some developers. Pete Hine said that himself. However, the focus was on Starfield, but now everyone is hands on deck with the Elder Scrolls 6. So now that we know that the game is in early development, what can we expect from the Elder Scrolls 6? Well, according to GamingBible.com, we've got an interview with Todd Howard himself. Todd Howard still very much knows the vision he has for the game. He says, "We want it to fill that role of the ultimate fantasy world simulator, and there are different ways to accomplish that given the time that has passed." In an interview with The Telegraph, Todd Howard said that the technology Creation Engine 2 is sort of built for both Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, he added. "It's good to think of the Elder Scrolls 6 as still being in a design phase, but we're checking the tech. Is this going to handle the things we want to do in that game? Every game will have some new suites of technology, so Elder Scrolls 6 will have some additions on Creation Engine 2 that the game is going to require." So two major pieces of tidbits from Todd Howard that is actually really important. Let's start with the Creation Engine 2. Now he says that there are going to be things in the Elder Scrolls 6 that won't be in Starfield. So when creating the Creation Engine 2, they not only had Starfield in mind but also the Elder Scrolls 6, and they had to make sure that this engine did meet requirements of the things that they wanted to add in the Elder Scrolls 6. So with Starfield, it had to be able to handle the starship building and the outpost building. It had to be able to handle spaceship flight, and of course the 1,000 planets in the settled systems. Now these are things that are very unique to Starfield, and Elder Scrolls 6 similarly will also have unique things for that game. Let's go over some improvements in the Creation Engine 2 from its predecessor, and this is from WEPC.com. Compared to its predecessor, the Starfield Creation Engine 2 offers substantial improvements in multiple aspects. A major upgrade has been made to the engine's pipeline, AI, physics and visuals, according to Starfield Direct. The integration of the Havoc engine for character and NPC animation enhances realism, resulting in more lifelike and dynamic simulations. We can definitely see this in some of the facial animations within Starfield. One significant area of improvement is the AI system. The Creation Engine 2 introduces Radiant AI enhancements, which were first tested in Skyrim. This allows for dynamic interactions within the game's various environments, especially in bustling cities, which again in Starfield, if you go to Neon, if you go into any one of the major cities, you see a lot of NPCs, and it does feel like those cities are very much alive. In contrast to the static Radiant quests that keep repeating, the Starfield Creation Engine 2 responds to the environment, contributing to a more immersive and believable gameplay experience. So the Creation Engine 2 has really allowed Starfield to become the game that it is. And this Creation Engine 2 will of course allow Elder Scrolls 6 to become what Todd Howard has envisioned to be the ultimate fantasy simulator. Now already I'd say Starfield is probably the ultimate sci-fi space simulator, and I know so many people have already put in 200 plus hours. Me personally, I've just done over 30 plus hours in the game, and I haven't even done the main quest. I've only done one faction quest, about 30 activities and about 50 side quests, and a lot of them were just busy work kind of side quests too. And Bethesda Game Studios has really succeeded in making me lost and immersed in the world of Starfield, so I'm only so happy and excited for them to put that kind of effort and have that vision of being lost and immersed in this ultimate fantasy simulator that will be Elder Scrolls 6. So what does being the ultimate fantasy simulator entail? Well, if we're comparing it with Starfield and Skyrim, we can expect, of course, a massive main story, side quests, activities, companion quests, factions, dynamic interactions, Daedra quests, repeatable quests like busy work and mission boards from Starfield, romancing companions. We can definitely expect a return of outpost building, but I really wonder what new features and what new unique things is going to be exclusive to the Elder Scrolls 6. What will be Elder Scrolls 6's starship building? I think we can really expect them to go really in depth when it comes to weapon building and customization and armor building and customization, which was a very massive praised feature in Skyrim. I think they can bring stuff back from Oblivion where you can make your own spells. I think what would be absolutely insane is if they go deeper in the route of the political movement within the Elder Scrolls 6. Just like Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, where we went into that political campaign, the Civil War. How about this time you can actually become the Emperor through a lot of work and political maneuvering, and from there you can build your own kingdom. Now this will obviously take the outpost building to another level, because now you're not building an outpost, you're building an entire kingdom. They can really take inspiration from Game of Thrones. You can marry a princess of another family, which strengthens your alliance in that other kingdom. You can send one of your men to assassinate another king. You can do it yourself. You can hire the Dark Brotherhood. You can hire the Thieves Guild. I think another amazing feature would be online co-op. Going into your friend's world or maybe invading somebody else's world would be a very cool concept. Maybe being able to tame exotic beasts. Another big thing they could do maybe for the DLC or maybe even part of the base game is not only have the map of Hammerfell, which is seemingly where they are based, but also have the map of Skyrim. The Skyrim map could be the exact same size as it is in Skyrim, of course with the new Creation Engine 2 graphics, AI and all of the enhancements. But this is set further in the future where the Dragonborn is now dead, and now your character from Elder Scrolls 6 can now be part of this sort of sequel story to Skyrim. Ultimate Fantasy Simulator has so many different meanings to so many different people. It's going to be very, very exciting to see the new additions and unique features for the Elder Scrolls 6. We can also expect the Elder Scrolls 6 to not have much procedural generation, as of course Starfield has with over 900 of its planets. This will definitely be a much more handcrafted game from the ground up. Every region, every sector of the map will be so detailed, and I'm sure it will be filled to the brim with loads of different Easter eggs. Please use the comment section below to give me all of your ideas for the Elder Scrolls 6 and what it means to you for the game being the Ultimate Fantasy Simulator. What kind of new features do you want to see in the Elder Scrolls 6? What unique features, what returning features from Skyrim, and also the improvements that they made with the Creation Engine 2. What kind of things do you want to see that could only have been done with the Creation Engine 2 that couldn't have been done with the Creation Engine 1? Use the comment section below of this video as a little forum. I'm going to read every single one of those comments, and I also want to make more videos about the Elder Scrolls 6 in the future, maybe speculating the kind of things that we want from the Elder Scrolls 6, going more in depth on the features of the Elder Scrolls 6 that we could really enjoy exploring. The estimates for the release of this game is around 3 years, so maybe 2026 to 2028. That's kind of the time frame that's been set by different people in Xbox. And also Todd Howard said that this could be his last Elder Scrolls game, which is very sad. It takes ages and a long time to make these Bethesda Game Studios games, and of course Todd Howard is at the helm of every single one of them so far. The next game after The Elder Scrolls 6 will be Fallout 5, which Todd Howard also has a vision for, which we will discuss in another video. So subscribe for some more news and updates and rumors and leaks of Bethesda Game Studios games like The Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield and Fallout 5, alongside more massive AAA open world games like Star Wars Outlaws, more Star Wars games like Eclipse, Knights of the Old Republic remake that is still coming, along with massive games like Ghost Recon, which I absolutely love, with the next iteration being another open world game, and Project 007, Splinter, all that. Go ahead, subscribe if you want more information on those. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm really having fun discussing Elder Scrolls and of course playing Starfield. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless. I'll see you in one of my next videos. Take it, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my